Hey everyone, we are back playing our sync with Shoot the Moon, and we're up against Laramie Fisk today. Curious to see how that will pan out. Opening hand isn't brilliant, we could score breaking news off the bat. Aside from that, I don't love it, so we're going to try and pitch it and get better. This is actually much better. Eli isn't exactly what you want against Criminal, because they can just click through when they want to siphon you. Although taking tags that way isn't the worst thing in the world for us, because obviously we want to shoot the moon, we want to get free stuff, and speak the devil, here it is. So we're just going to play somewhat conservative. Stick that in HQ, even though R&D is where the agendas are. Take some money. We'll see what they have in store for us. We're expecting like Fisk Investment Seminar, but we'll see if it's one of these Fisks that actually runs, or if it's just going to deja vu over and over and over again. So the ideal targets for Shoot the Moon are Archer and Tollbooth, so hopefully we can get them out relatively quickly, at least on the board. The thing about this deck though is it makes a fair bit of money, so worst comes to worst we can pay for things, and we run the two ones so we can res Archer the hard way if we need to as well. But obviously would prefer to get it for free. That is a bit of a risk against Criminal because they have emergency shutdown, but it is something we'll deal with or play around. Maybe they've seen it because Fairy's coming out nice and early. Oh no, okay, just Resistor. Well, that's fine. So let's draw one. We can restructure and then Resistor or Gutenberg maybe? Archer. Well, at least I didn't know about that one. I think Criminals putting down Fairy is just a snap reflex, because typically against Endman you don't really need it. And the worst is you hit Gutenberg, you take a tag, you clear it for 3. Data Raven, you jack out. Other things like Turnpike, things like that exist, but you know, you're not too worried about it. So we'll save the Eli, I think, until the siphon comes. And they just see mid-seasons. So the jig is up that we want to tag them, but then again we're playing sync, so you know. And Spike. Was not expecting that. So double Archer. Not going to do us much good. Another Resistor. Also not going to do us much good. We can stick it on HQ just as a deterrent maybe. At least that gets us the double ice HQ. And sure, Eli's not going to do much for us, but better than nothing. We might play this the old school Criminal way, where we try not to give too much away, so that they don't know if they can siphon us or not. Now really we want to see 15 minutes would be a good early score, because then we can use one Archer. Breaking news we'd prefer to use as a tag based thing. Huh. I'm not sure what this deck is doing. Curiouser and curiouser. We could stick it out and go for the mid-seasons. But I think we just do the pad first. And we could put an Archer on a new server. And that might deter them a little bit, maybe? I'm not sure. We'll see how they feel about running. They may not care too much about this. They have seen mid-seasons as well, so they might try and get some money first. Faust. Okay. So in theory, they can get through pretty much anything. So I'm not too sure about this spike, but we'll see what they've planned. Does mean that simply going for the Astro could be trickier. So maybe we just install things face down and see. We can afford actually to let them have this. So I think we just do this, take more money, and mid-seasons them then if they decide to go for it. We can land a few tags and we can instantly res a few things. Or land a few tags, get 2 archers down, and then have a scoring server just locked down. Now I didn't want to res this because they don't know what it is. They're going to have to work for it. This is okay. Again, mid-seasons is a very real threat. We'll see what they've got. Are we going to get to draw? We do. Gutenberg. Could work out well for us. They're going to check things. Okay. That is also fine, because I don't think they can score a ton of points here, and I don't think they can make a lot of money. They may just think we're idiots and forgot to. No, okay, they're going to check it. Well, we lose an Astro, but we land a ton of tags. Siphon. Sure. So they're going to tag themselves for us. Which could work out okay. We can throw down a second archer. We could hopefully find like a toll booth very soon. Would be nice. Actually, yeah, we'll do this because they can't get through. Maybe that was a mistake. Yeah. So yeah, we stop them from getting through and taking our money. Which means we can mid-seasons them. No, they can boost break and have no cards left. Sorry. Math is hard. Which will give them a lot more money, but does leave them tags. At least we've caused them a bit of an issue in terms of what they want to actually get rid of. Information sifting, interesting. And we get rid of a second siphon. Well, that works out okay for us. So I think Archer, shoot the moon, is the way to go. We can get this rezzed. They may trash it next turn, but not the worst thing in the world for us. So let's get Archer up here. And to the moon! And that should be our scoring server pretty locked down. Double Archer. So now we just have to protect R&D. Double Gutenberg, that can shore things up over there, which isn't so bad. So we just have to hope that they don't play shutdown. That's the key thing. So didn't land either of our double mid-seasons, but at least we had a plan B that involved getting siphoned. So they're going to shake tags with Chatbot. getting rid of spike. I can see the value in that, I think. At least it's much, much cheaper than the sink. Ooh. So they're going to lose 2 credits to start their turn, but they're going to draw 2 cards for ours. Another resistor. Not that exciting. I think Gutenberg. And maybe we stick the 15 minutes in? Or credit up. Let's just credit up and see if anything more interesting arrives. If they take this off us, it's not the worst thing in the world. And I would prefer to see 2 pointers arriving, or breaking news. Breaking news is always a good one to see. Two siphons in the bin. Information sifting is an interesting one. I haven't had this played against me yet, and I haven't actually tried it out myself either. Same old thing. So we gotta watch out for the same old thing siphon. Maybe stick Gutenberg on HQ as well. This I think we're okay with. We haven't seen any inside jobs or anything yet. And shift. Okay. So if they get a lot more breakers, then we have something to worry about. But for the moment it's not so bad. We could just go for the scores. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. At least that might raise some question marks as to what kind of thing we're doing. Is it 24/7? Is it all-seeing eye? What are we trying to do? Both are just res, so we don't need to worry about that anymore. So now we're just going for the score outs. Gutenberg is not going to do too much, unfortunately, now with Shiv on the board. Too much. So their money woes are solved. But we haven't seen Desperado or anything else that makes things a bit more interesting. So I might even be tempted to stick down Resistor or Gutenberg over here. I think Resistor. Put Gutenberg up here maybe, and just go for credits. Getting all our 1-pointers. Yeah, they don't learn anything too new about our hand. Excellent, okay, this works out well for us. So we're going to go with that plan. HQ and archives. Just cost them a card, but they may have better uses for it. Okay, now we gotta start worrying about our scoring server. So maybe chuck the 15 minutes in there just to shore things up a little bit. So this basically costs them a card and a credit because they've used Drug Dealer. Wow, there's all sorts of cards that I've never seen being played coming out. I think next turn is just put 15 minutes in here, make them come for it, and credit up. So we can protect ourselves on R&D and HQ. Okay, so even more reason to stick this in behind. They may believe that we're just trying to get rid of a current. I mean, in theory we could score it out now, but I'd prefer to get rid of like a fairy or something else that they have in store. We also might see a bit more of their deck and their plan. So with 7 cards, Faust can do work here. It costs them 2 cards to get up strength, and then presumably they'll break 3 subs and leave us gain 2. At least we're making them consider. Because now we're seeing some cloud breakers. Presumably they've drawn another 1 or 2, or they have another fairy in hand, or fixed breaker. But we can force them into using some resources hopefully here. So they're coming for HQ, which could mean emergency shutdown. That would be very unfortunate. But again, we have breaking news, so not the worst thing in the world. Use a shiv. So it's even more possible that the shutdown is coming. Get rid of a crowbar. It's interesting. And we're going to see 2 clicks here, or are they going to use a lot of cards for Faust? I am okay with either. So they could get the breaking news here. Hopefully not. They get the toll booth that they drew us. And shutdown. No, okay. I was expecting something a bit more. So perhaps we should have gone for the breaking news score then. Okay, they're going to do it the fancy way. Surprised they're getting rid of... Oh... Is the apocalypse coming? That would make me very sad. At least we have toll booth. Yep, looks like it's coming. So install toll booth, shoot the moon. If we get hit here, I don't know how well we can come back from it, especially with this on the board. I think we'll have to score breaking news. Oh, is this going to be a clutch apocalypse? hopefully we get a Jackson soon. Oh, they get breaking news and everything. Yep. Thought so. Okay. Score breaking news it is then. So we've turned off the maintenance at least. Now we have to get back on track. So we get the 15 minutes, which isn't too bad. But it means that all of our Beals and global foods are in here. This is okay. I think we want this on HQ. Do we want this in R&D? We kind of have to. Let's go the other way around. Oh, jeez. Let's go the other way around. I think Tobu's on HQ. Data Raven on R&D. And take a credit. Or just install Jackson. Maybe install Jackson, and that way we can get back some ice. I would like to have archers and things like that back. And rather than him getting trash out of hand, I think that's what we do. Dirty laundry? Nah, wasn't going to be on the Jackson, which is a pity. And we get a global food for our troubles. So, do we want to shuffle now? Seems like it'd be a good idea. Get back 3 ice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 2 on the board, 10. Yeah, maybe wise too. Let's go with you. Do we need 2 archers? We nearly do, I think. Resistor. No. Eli. And yeah, let's go for the second archer. I think we just credit up, get our restructure, and wait. Next turn, we get a pad down. And okay, next turn, pad, restructure, toll booth. Seems decent. We're gonna have to bin some stuff. Hard-hitting news is looking less and less likely the more of these contracts come down. But yeah, this is the reason you don't play Fisk. We've gotten some answers that we like, so now we can get a lot of money. And let's pitch 1 mid-seasons. And I think the hard-hitting news. I think we have a better chance of landing the mid-seasons than the news. It's a bit more flexible as well. Cortex lock. That could work well for us. So I think a server archer and that might be the way to go. Maybe chuck down Jackson just so we don't run out of stuff. Actually, Cortex lock on archives is much funnier. I don't know why this contract is bugged going from 16 to 12. So yeah, let's sweep Cortex and set up a scoring server. And chatbot has arrived. Not all that surprising. Okay, let's go with install you in a new remote. Install you in a new remote. Do I want Toll Booth first or Archer first? I think Archer. No, I think Toll Booth. And let's put Cortex Lock on Archives. Pitching. What? Sweeps and Eli, I think. I know, I put back ice and now I'm bitching it, but we have Jackson, which we need to get down soon. They probably have one more Fisk to come. So, let's get Archer and put a Beal in behind. I don't love this. They're making Cortex Lock worse. Yep, we have to res this. Make them pay 3. Makes Archives a bit more tempting this turn as well. Go on, run Archives. There's good things in there, I swear. We haven't seen any inside jobs, so what are the chances that they have one that they're holding on to? Now seems like our best chance to do it. Install that. Let's install a Jackson in a new remote, and then let's put a Beal in behind. Two spikes isn't the most appealing target at the moment. So get the Beal out the door, hopefully get our money woes sorted soon. Wish I held on to that sweeps. And then try and get Glove of Food out the door. And just finish this ASAP really. Sweeps. Presumably they have to levy. Or what's their end game? 2 damage isn't that exciting, but it is better than nothing. Yeah, we can still stop them over here. So hopefully we hit some good things. Just two things. Temujin and Siphon. I am okay with that. They may be less willing to run through things now. But we gotta keep an eye on this as well. Wow, this Temujin is really a disaster. It doesn't seem to actually be pointed at anything. So 5 cards left. Can they deck us? What kind of influence are we looking at here? 2, 4 for Faust. Apocalypse is bringing up 7. There's a levy. Okay. That was to be expected. And there's an agenda, so do we just go with the score? Trashing, news, Archer, mid-seasons. Yeah, I think we go for the rush play here. And we're gonna have to get the Beal. I think HQ is safe. So let's get rid of you. Archer, because we can't afford to sacrifice any agendas. And mid-seasons. And now we see if we can survive. So, they can run through here, mill us for 1. We can Jackson back stuff. How many turns do we have? We kind of have to sweeps, install advance, and get Jackson down. And kind of hope that they haven't been holding on to like a councilman or rumor mill or something surprising like that. Could also take a turn to shuffle this back in. That gives us an extra card. So it might not be bad. Sweeps, install Jackson, shuffle back. That may be the way to go. Special order for Faust. And are we getting siphoned? Or are we going to get information sifting? We need 12 for this. And a siphon really hurts, so maybe if we get 2, we'll be at 13 with that. If we sweeps, we're in a better spot. Yeah, maybe. So 13, sweeps, install events. I think is what we have to do. There are 10 credits. Well, we have to shuffle as well. Because if they Fisk... Actually, we still have to wait a turn. So if we We're drawn here to get to 1. If they... yeah, we still have to go with the prior plan, I think, which is more boring. So sweeps, install Jackson in a new remote, shuffle this back, and then let's shuffle with Jackson just so we don't immediately deck out. Let's go with, does it even matter? Sweeps, resistor, resistor, sure. But if they can land an information sifting, they could win it. 50-50 shot to win, really. Oh, it's tense. I always end up in these situations against Fisk, actually, where I could easily lose. Thankfully, we've held on to our Jacksons pretty well. Yeah, curious now. There's the 15 minutes back. Now, we definitely don't have time to score 2. So it's kind of all or nothing, really. Yep, this is Jackson. Let's go with Eli. I don't know. I don't think this matters, actually. I think this is just a case of it's either happening or it's not. And they could have Oculus us next turn. There's the sifting, alright. So 50-50 shot then. And actually, so it's going to be 2 agendas in each. Two agendas in each, we can afford them to take 3 points of agendas. So yeah, this is literally 50-50 shot. Yeah. Choose your destiny. Oh, just about. Okay. That works out really, really well for us. Because now it is much, much harder for them to get through 3 service to Apocalypse Us or even here. And I don't think they can get in here again. They should have crept that crowbar. That would give them the 1 in whatever it is at least. Well, in theory they can get back in, but we're going to install, advance, and hope for the best. Advance, do we have any agendas left in R&D? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's one more agenda left. Do we shore something up? Do we just hope that they can't get in somewhere? Actually, they can get in anywhere, so I think we just draw, make it a 1 in 5. It's also exciting. didn't I advance that a second time? I'm an idiot. What did I think I had? I don't know. He's playing biotic out of HB. And now we could lose. God damn it. Where are they going? Well, I won't I won't force you to sit through this. I'll just stew in my idiocy for a moment. And we're back. So this is kind of an all or nothing. They can beat this. And possibly, yeah. Yep. Well, has to happen. And they're going to have enough to get through the toll booth. Leaving us a sad panda. Boost, boost, break, and we get the agenda. Hard fought game. Thankfully this mistake didn't matter in the end, but kicking myself anyway. So the apocalypse really, really hurt us, as apocalypses tend to. We had a good scoring server going on, and just wasn't able to hold out then because it got taken apart. And then time, unfortunately, caught up with us, as Fisk often does. But yeah, it was a tight game. I enjoyed it. As I said, this is a pretty solid tier 2 deck. I would definitely recommend giving it a whirl. I think had we not have been apocalypsed, we would have been absolutely fine. But they played really well, and I enjoyed that. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed as well. And sorry about the global food, thinking I had a biotic or something. I don't know. Anyway, come back when I'm less sick.